Yeah, we can see your screen. So you can start.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. So to start with, this is the kind of elevation that we've proposed for the autism center that we've developed. Then this is like the first image that we see, and that's a cover sheet that we prepared. Then this is about ourselves. I myself, I am Rohan Oberoi, as I've already mentioned. I am an architect, and I'm practicing in Dehradun from past 2 years. And my company, we're working on commercial, residential, and quite a lot of hospitality projects itself. So we more than 20 plus projects all across Dehradun, and around 15 more projects around Dehradun, which means Rishikesh, Haridwar, and a couple of more cities.
I would like to tell you about my company. We have done institutional works like colleges, schools, hospitals, and mainly we are into commercial constructions like hotels, shopping malls, shopping complexes, and it's about 20 to 25% major commercial constructions in Dehradun city we've done. At present, we are doing a mall. I'm doing a hospital. I am doing a commercial building for basically that's a clinical setup. That's a clinic setup for a set of doctors. So multiple projects are going on at present, and let's hope for the best if we get in association with you.
And I'd like to mention that we've already got in touch with a couple of more people. For example, we have a consulting architect, also our advisor, Mr. Tapan. Tapan sir has been closely associated with me since past a couple of years. And his wife, Anubha ma'am, she is like a mentor to me, and she's been my dean at DIT University, where I've done my architecture from. Then for MEP, we have a consultant, The Catalyst. It's a local Dehradun-based firm which does MEP for most of our projects. Then for structural consultancy, Design Life Consultants, and landscape, I'm in talking terms with a couple of architects. One of the eminent architects is architect Akshay Kaul, which I am currently in talking terms with, but it's yet to be finalized.
Okay. So what would be Tapan's role in this?
Ma'am, he'll be basically an advisor for us. He'll be guiding us with various things, like for that matter of fact, when I come to the design, introducing a green patch in the center. So a couple of more things that he's guided us with, and he'll be guiding throughout the project.
Okay.
Going ahead.
And these are some projects of mine which I've completed in recent. So you can go through them, and we've given references also for the promoters. So if you wish, you can have a word with them.
Quite a lot of projects, such as the first one that you see, it's a commercial project. The second that you see, it's an institutional building. The third, again, is a commercial project. And the fourth, it's a residential project. So we've kind of put in all the variety that we've done in the city. Then this is the concept and the site that we thought of. So basically the thought behind the entire project was that we wanted to have ventilation, and we wanted to capture views from each and every space. So also we've kind of introduced a green patch in between, which acts like a breathing and a buffer space between the two building blocks and the core that joins the two building blocks together. So as we can see, we've kept the services on the rear extreme end, so that it's also accessible by the service vehicles through the service lane. And then at the front of house, we've kind of created a reception area, and as a person enters in the reception area, we get a vision of the courtyard, which would have my landscaped area in the front. And on the right hand side, we have a vocational training institute. So it would kind of have a partition through which the person sitting in this reception can have a view of the vocational training institute, but yet the people can't see the person who's in the reception area. Then we've placed the infirmary and the administrative blocks just beside the reception area. As we go ahead, we have a central core, and which connects all our functional spaces, then through which further we lead to the dining areas. And on the left of dining areas, we have the entire back of house. On the right of dining house, we have created, that's a semi-open space. It is covered from the top, but it opened into my green space. So earlier we also discussed that the site was out of municipal limits. We've taken another site which is on Sehzar Road behind ATS Housing Society, which comes under the municipal limits. and it is also R3, so we won't have any problems regarding the sanctioning. So that's about the description about the project. Going ahead, this is the basic NVDA bylaws that we've kind of jotted down and we've put in, and we've included in our design intervention as well. Such as, for example, the gradient of the ramps that we've considered, 1:12. So we've made sure that right from as you enter the building, right from the ground level to reach the plinth level, we have a ramp, and right from the staircase core, in the staircase core, you have provision of lifts so that it is accessible for the specially abled also. Then, if you see in the site plan, we've created these in-between spaces, like integration spaces between the indoors and the outdoors. So to reach these spaces also, we have these ramps here, and so that it's accessible by everyone, especially
presently you have taken an imaginary site. It is looking like
no,
a
ma'am. So it's a functional site. So basically, I know the person who's done the entire plotting of ATS, and in that itself, he has a 26 biga land in which he's given me a 3 bigas. So he's given me the leverage to kind of take in any amount of dimensions that I want. So
inside ATS.
Sorry, no, it's not inside. On the rear side of ATS.
Huh?
It's on the rear side of ATS.
Rear side of ATS.
Yeah.
But within the campus of ATS, where they have wall and gate.
No, ma'am.
Okay, behind ATS boundary.
Yes.
No, but then can we have the site plan of this site?
The site plan of this site, sir,
or any Google coordinates or something.
Yeah. By chance, it's not there in the presentation, but we've prepared the sheet. So I'll just give me some moment. I'll just transfer the sheet to it, and I'll show that to you as well. The sheet is prepared.
No, and the size of the site at present is looking like square. It is a square.
Sir, it's the dimension that we've taken is 180 is the front and 150 is the depth.
Right.
So just spare me a moment. I'll just show you that as well. Until then, we can go about by the planning itself.
So as per your sequence, we will,
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So talking about the layout, so what we've also seen the layouts that you shared, and I think we were very close to what even you were, I think, looking at. So as you rise up from the stairs or you take the lift and come up on the first floor, this is a small lounge that we've created. It's basically like an interaction space between the two units, and also a recreational space for the two units and combined. So through this space, when you enter the living space, this is my entire living space, which has a dimension of 23 by approximately 22. The total area that I've covered, the total area per unit is coming out to be 2100 square feet. So I've given a decent sized living space. Adjoining to it is a kitchenette with an island in between. Then each room has its separate dresser space and a separate toilet. Then I have given a servant area which is accessible from outside as well, and it links to the entire apartment from this common space, which is a utility space, and through which the servant or the caregiver can access the entire apartment as well. The plus point that I see is in this planning, every bedroom opens into a balcony, and every bedroom has a minimum 6 feet of windows, the fenestration opening. Whereas all the toilets are naturally ventilated. The toilets are placed in a manner so that services can be run up very well. And the utility balcony also is open to sky, and on the top floor it's open to sky. On this floor, it's half of it is open to sky, so that it gets rain and it gets sunlight and everything. So talking about the other details, this is the site plan, and as we already discussed, so as I enter in the entire premises, I have created this as a parking space, and through the porch I access the building and I park my vehicles here. And on the rear side of the guard room, we have the two-wheeler space, and this is a 16 feet wide as per the norms itself. It's a 16 feet wide passage. It's a service lane which leads to my service areas. So on the rear side, I have my store and I have my laundry. My service vehicle can come here, the unloading can happen here, and it can go around and go back. Then the major part of my space I've left as a landscaped space, which we'll definitely detail out later at a later stage. And if I go ahead, these are the kind of views that we were targeting. So that's the front elevation, the on the right hand top corner that you see, and on the left hand bottom corner, that's the porch area. So we've kind of twisted the porch a little to make it look a little more interesting. And going about the other details, so on the left hand top corner, we have the reception and the waiting area. As I mentioned already, that when I enter the reception area, I have a huge window through which I see the courtyard, which has a landscaped area. On the bottom picture, we see the vocational training institute. It's yet to be detailed as per the client's requirement, but yes, we have views on all the three sides. We have at the front, we have an open deck space which further opens into a landscaped area. On the right, we have a garden space, and on the left, we have the courtyard. Then below it, we have a semi-open space which opens in my green space. So it's basically acting as a buffer between, or rather an integration space between my indoors and outdoors. Then the right hand side top picture that you see, it's basically kind of a activity zone, or I would say performance zone, in which I've created like a stage, or you could kind of also use it for a badminton court. Its dimensions are as per a badminton court, and it can also be used for activities. And we have sitting space on all the three sides, so that an activity is going on, people can sit around and see it, and also badminton matches going on, they can kind of sit around and see it. On the bottom, we have a small splash pool feature that we were thinking could help in the healing process altogether. Then these are very depictive bedrooms and living room renders that we've done. So we're thinking of, in this we've placed a twin bed, and in a couple of more options we've done a double bed. And the interiors are done very subtly, and we have used a very monochromatic tone altogether, and just added a feature of exposed brick wall, which we're doing in the facade itself at the side. And below it, we have a living space render, and the small kitchenette, the dining space, and the sitting space, like a 8-seater sofa that we've introduced. Talking about the specifications, we've mentioned what all would be there in our scope altogether, what all would be included. But for the so for that matter of fact, for ventilators, windows, we'll be using UPVC windows, and for electric work, I mean, we'll be including Cat 6 wires, we'll be including all the fans, exhaust, lighting. So all the scope that could have been there, it's all mentioned in this sheet itself. And the timelines that we figured out is, for the superstructure, we'll be taking around 6 months from the day of commencement of the project, and the finishings, which include the MEP, the tiling, the false ceilings, it would take another 6 months. So the total timeline comes out to be around 12 months for us.
Are you sharing the site also and your estimate?
Can I just stop sharing this for a moment, please, so that I can?
Sure, please.
Reload. Got it. Yeah. Are you able to see the screen, Soren, ma'am?
Yes. Now we are able to see.
Yeah. So this is the site that we've taken for now. So if you consider the Sahastradhara Road, which is here, yeah. So this is Nala Pani Chowk. Can you see the mouse pointer on my screen?
Yes. Mouse point.
Yeah. So you enter inside the ATS.
You can enlarge this picture. Enlarge
sure.
your presentation.
I could do that.
Sorry, यहाँ से
यहाँ से भी हो जाना
हाँ
चाहिए.
यहाँ से करेंगे.
Yes, please.
Right. So I think it's pretty clear now then.
Yeah.
So this from the main Sahastra Road, that's Nala Pani Chowk Road, and that's the ATS wala blocking. So you enter inside this road, and right as you turn around, that's the entire ATS premises. And if you move ahead, take a left and then a right, that is our site that we've identified. Sorry, yeah.
The site has road access.
It has road access, ma'am. Just in front of it, it has road, 25 feet wide road.
25 feet.
Yes,
But
yes.
then the rule says that we have to have 9-meter road.
Ma'am, I had a word. So 9 meters is not mandatory, but definitely we'll have to leave the road winding area for that. That is gonna be 2.5 feet, because they're gonna acquire road from both the sides. I had a word with the authority, so they said, "Okay, sir, 2.5 feet from your side and 2.5 feet from the other side is to be left for road winding. That deduction is to be made. Then the net plot area, then the calculations will be made and the sanctions will be done."
And is it a master plan road?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
More or less, all the roads which are within the municipal limits are within the master plan. That too we'll show you this location on the master plan as well. We have a copy of the master plan. We'll highlight it and we'll share it. That is not possible at this point of time, but definitely we'll do it.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, we've taken exactly 3 because the proximities from various airports, railway station, Max Hospital, we've kind of jotted that down. And number of floors that we've taken is D+2, and setbacks.
Are you able to locate the location, Namrata? Are you able to locate the thing?
Should I zoom into it again?
No, not right now. I'm not able, not really very clearly. I'm familiar with Sahastra Road.
Sandeep?
Nala Pani Chowk.
Yeah, we are aware of it.
Aware of it, but loosely,
Yeah, the approximate idea.
approximate idea. Yes.
Okay, all right.
Is
I
this
guess
the place from where your
I
downhill starts?
Huh?
Is this the place? No, I'm asking the presenters.
Yes,
Where
yes,
the
yes.
downhill starts? Huh?
Yes, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
As we take a left turn after ATS and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
downhill starts.
Right.
You're talking
Yes, sir.
on the left, right?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
This area is exactly known as Ambala, sir.
Okay, but it's the downhill and onto the left. You see the columns of ATS under construction from the road. Somewhere behind that. Am I right?
I'm not sure of the columns though, but I think the downhill that you identified, it is at the same location.
Yeah, so that's a nice place. Pretty scenic, no problem.
And it falls on the route to airport.
That's the old route.
Okay. Because
I mean,
usually when we go to airport, we pass through ATS gate. Just in front from ATS gate, we take turn and we go.
But
that
right,
is
ma'am,
one of the routes.
you cross the ATS road, then you arrive to a T point, you take a left from there, again you take a right from there, then you come to the airport road.
Okay.
There is an
It
ITI.
is very close to this site. From where you take that left, for that you need to come to the main Sahastra road. You'll have hit that T point and then you take a left for the airport.
Okay. All right.
So on the site, hello.
Yes, sir.
What is what is on right? What is on left? What is on other side?
We have a constructed building on the right, And so basically it's all my client's property, which extends further also. On the right there is a constructed building, but on the left it is there's nothing on the left, and on the rear side also there's nothing there.
So that means we are almost standing back to back here.
We're pretty close to, there is a setback that is left for that building which is on the right, but we're next to that building.
So the land use around the site is residential.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is R3 site?
Yes, again residential land use, ma'am.
Residential R3 and within municipal.
Yes.
Okay. But it has a square shape, which is
Because he's saying that.
because
the
the
26 bigas. What we have to the person, to the seller, we've asked. So he said that you can take tailor-made to your use. So we have identified this patch of 185 by 150.
okay. And can you tell us in bigas?
3 bigas, ma'am.
3 bigas. Okay, fine. Fine. Please carry on.
Ma'am, we are done with the presentation. I would, you can go ahead with your questions, ma'am.
You have not given the cost breakup.
We've
Cost
prepared that
breakup, the
questionnaire.
schedule of
Sorry.
Yeah, we've prepared that questionnaire, ma'am.
no, you haven't given the breakup of the the entire cost of the project. That how much you are going to spend on land, how much on construction, and
Just a sec, ma'am. We're getting to that.
if I'm correct, you have given it in your proposal, but I don't see it over here.
Yes.
But are you going to stick to the same estimate?
We are at the same. There's just one change to it, ma'am. The GST would be 18% over and above of the construction cost, not on the land, ma'am.
So we want to see that, because we have limited money, we have a certain figure with us. We want everything to be done in that. So that is why we want to see your estimate, that how you are calculating and how much would be the total project cost. Because I remember you gave the overall cost lesser than 8 crore.
Yeah.
It was 8.79 or so.
No, it was 7.7.
Oh, 7.79. Sorry, 7.79 or so. So it was lesser than 8 crore. So if you can just tell us now.
Ma'am, any other questions on your part? We're giving you the breakup for the commercials as well. Hello?
Permission. Do you have connections for MDDA permissions?
Yes, ma'am, we do have. That is true. But I would like to tell you something, ma'am. There are some practices over here which we have to incorporate. We are helpless in that.
Pardon?
Ma'am, there is some sort of corruption which is there with all the departments, whether we're going to electric, whether we're going to the electrical departments or MDDA for approvals. All government offices will be involved with some over and above expenditures which will not be recorded in the books.
Okay.
One is this problem, and the other problem is over here. This is in every city. Now, when we talk about the land cost, ma'am, land cost is significantly, on papers, it is significantly low than the actual market value. So what happens in normal course of business, what happens, the amount which is mentioned on paper is transferred through check and the rest is paid through cash. Now, what will happen in our case, ma'am?
In our case?
Yes, ma'am.
That we will tell only when we will see the proportion, the cost of the land, the cost of construction, when you will share with us, and then you will share the requirement, and then we will share with others, and we'll get to know that if it is acceptable or not.
Okay,
Because
ma'am.
first you will tell us that this is the land, this is what is the requirement over here, and this is what you are supposed to pay. So we will
Okay,
say,
ma'am.
okay. In case
Ma'am,
it will suit us, fine. Otherwise, we will tell you that this is not
right,
acceptable.
ma'am.
You will have to tell us the entire process.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, now the main thing what we are encountering is, for example, I am taking a hypothetical situation. For example, let's assume the land cost to be 4 CR. This is a hypothetical thing I'm talking about at this point of time. Now, what happens? There is a proportion like 1.5 CR of that is documented, 5% stamp duty is given, sale deed is mentioned 1.5 CR, and there is rest 2.5 CR is paid in cash to the seller, which is not documented anywhere. Hello.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, for that is what I'm asking. We have that leverage to spare cash at that point of time, because that is that problem we will face only at the time of the procurement of the land.
We will, from our side, we want as much as we can pay in white. Yeah.
Yes.
And rest
That
you will tell us and guide us.
But will there be a leverage in case of procurement of land that at that time you can introduce some black also? Is there a possibility of that, or we have to assume that you will be paying 100% in white?
I don't know what you mean by leverage. Possibility.
Sir, leverage, I'm asking, do you have this point of relaxation that will you be able to pay in cash as well?
Yeah, if there's no choice, then we'll consider it. So we can move on from there.
Okay, fine, sir. Fine. Got it, sir. So now, if you can see the screen, sir.
Yeah, we have seen that.
And in case the cost of the land is fixed and you have already seen the land and you have an idea about land, then there's no question of assumption. You can tell us how much the land costs, the land which you are showing us.
Ma'am, the land cost we mentioned, ma'am, because we were looking at this bracket only.
Okay,
so
fine.
The budget doesn't exceed. We mentioned it. Now, what we have to do is, ma'am, I'll have to take a legal opinion for that. What is the circle rate which is prevailing over there? What is going to be the sale deed value and what is going to be the actual consideration? We'll let you know by tomorrow. Now, coming to the land registration is, ma'am, it's about 5% over here, and legal charges are going to be around 20,000 rupees for the lawyer. 5% of the total consideration which is documented. Stamp duty is applicable in our state. Third is MDD approvals, ma'am. MDD approvals, ma'am, for this sort of a built-up area, there's going to be development charge of about 15 lakh rupees. And there's going to be some miscellaneous expenditure of the department, which we'll have to incorporate somewhere or the other. Hello?
Yeah. We are there. We are listening to you.
Now coming to the fire department again, I told you this in advance. Wherever the government's going to be involved, sir, there is going to be some red tapeism. There's going to be some corruption. Definitely, we have contacts. We'll get it through, but there's going to be a cost to that. For example, fire in this sort of a building, if we need a fire NOC, though going by the norms, putting in all the systems, whether it is sprinkler or hose rails or whatever required. After that, also for the NOC, we'll have to pay something. No issues, we'll get it done. Now, coming to the construction, ma'am. Construction cost over here is taken at 1,500 rupees square feet with a set of specifications. At this point of time, we've opened only the specifications. We have not opened the makes and models because we were willing to have a word with you once you come in with your inputs that these are the makes and models which you want. For example, tiling or sanitary fittings or whatever you feel like. Once we get some inputs from your side, we'll be more precise on this cost. This is a tentative cost, 1,500 rupees. It will definitely vary on the finishing products because we are freezed with the structural part. We know how much we are going to spend in the superstructure, but definitely the finishing part will vary as per your inputs. Now coming to the site development landscaping charges, we've put in over there. So lump sum amount. Architectural consultancy is also there. Landscape consultancy, project commission. Now this project commission is, ma'am, because the land we are procuring is through a broker again. So this is project commission consultant is basically the real estate broker which is involved in this. And legal and financial management is the chartered accountant whom we'll be hiring for this whole turnkey project. So this is the cost we put in. So we've made quite a transparent breakup. The only thing we were missing out is the construction cost over here, what we've taken, which is coming at around 3 crore 60 lakh rupees, will attract a GST of 18%. Now 18% of 3 crore 60 lakh rupees will be how much? I'll just work out and I'm getting back to you. Another 65 lakh rupees, ma'am, 6480.
So your project cost will cross 8 CR.
Now we will try to incorporate, because ma'am, tax is there. We will be giving you tax invoices for that. Tax is there. We cannot evade it. That is a government account. We have to deposit. But rest we will try to economize the best way we can. And because at this point of time, it is a very initial. We have done quite a lot of homework, but until unless we get your inputs, for example, the site is once the land is finalized. We know this.
One thing I would like to say here is that in your earlier estimate, which you are showing here, you have taken, you have not taken 3 bighas, right? So your estimate is not as per 3 bighas or 2,700 yards.
Yes,
your estimate is as per 2,545.
This was the earlier land which we were looking at.
This was the earlier land that you were talking about, which was outside municipal limit. So when you are going to put 3 bighas and in unit price of 13,000, then your cost will increase, and that will again have reflection on the overall cost.
Ma'am, what we are looking at is, in case if this land is finalized, we'll definitely, because at this point of time also, we've introduced this land over here through the seller, but negotiations are definitely possible. Once in case we get down that, yes, we are procuring this land, at that point of time, we will try to cover up all these costs.
So,
there is a possibility of doing that, for sure.
Okay, so your land will come within this much money that you have slotted
more or less.
For the land.
Yes, more or less. Yes, ma'am.
So you are sure that this estimate will not collapse?
No, ma'am.
With the change in land?
No, this will not collapse. And escalation clauses or escalation factors have also been considered in this. So no revisions are also going to be there. What we are quoting today will be applicable for the whole tenure of the project.
Okay. Who is the present owner of the land? I'm not asking the name. I'm just saying that present owner means, is the present owner is a farmer? Is he a?
No, he's a businessman, sir.
And this land is already sold to a businessman. It is a.
Even he is the person who sold it to ATS.
Okay. Right now, so that
means land bank of 250 bighas there, and he is the person who sold the entire property to ATS also.
Okay. Now, this project commission consultant which we are naming, it is just name of the, means we are naming a broker, a elevated name of a.
No, sir, it is not an elevated name. There is a person I would like to introduce.
No, that is fine. But what I'm trying to understand, for me to understand only, we can say him that real estate consultant or whatever. But he is giving us the help to procure the land, isn't it?
Definitely. Yes, sir.
Right. Now, one thing which I would like to understand, land registration is 200,000. Oh, sorry, 2 crore.
20 lakh rupees.
20 lakhs.
Sir, I'll tell you, this will be precisely 5%. This will be precisely 5% of the book value. Of the book value.
And what is the book value presently that is already in public?
That is what I was saying. So the book value will have to recheck because the rates keep on getting revised. I'll have to recheck it with our legal advisor, with the lawyer.
Okay.
So once I'm done with that, sir, is there any possibility for a physical site visit?
Oh, definitely. We would love
Yes.
to. As soon as you would finish your presentation, there would be people who would like to go, but we would definitely we would like you to finish, and that you don't have questions, then other people will.
Right, sir.
Namrata, you were saying something?
I was saying, yeah, definitely the site visit will have to be done.
So, but we would appreciate if you will make the entire cost of the project within 8 CR. You include all the taxes and everything and help us, because the main attraction for us in your estimate was that you were giving us within 8 CR and that too 20 lakh, in fact less than what we have collected. Right. So you please check once and see that if something can be done and share with us the exact cost. Maybe you can do the calculation and give it to us.
Ma'am,
Right.
what we have done at this point of time is we have taken costs. This could vary 2 to 3%, but to get precision, we need to be decisive, ma'am. Once we are decisive, that, for example, we are procuring this land because I'm emphasizing on land because the major part of this whole project is going to go into the land, ma'am.
Yeah.
Rest specifications can be upgraded or downgraded as per budget.
Okay.
Because if we talk about the building cost, that is flexible, ma'am. But in case of land, we are not flexible. That is why I was asking. Once, in case if we are able to finalize the land, we'll be able to go ahead.
And have you checked with? Do you know that you are supposed to do all your all the legal checks and everything for the land and all kinds of running around? We will just, in case there is a requirement, we will do a double check. Otherwise, you will facilitate the entire process and you will get it done and you will tell us that yes, land title is fine, this and that. Every report.
Of course, ma'am. Of course.
Because you have a broker in between, but it is your responsibility. We don't know if there is any person involved.
We have a very good legal advisor. We'll get you all the certified copies, the mutations and everything, the revenue records and whatever you feel like. For example,
Because
if you
we don't want any, any conflict in the land, as with the people, those who are going to live here are persons with disabilities, and we don't want any kind of thing in neither in land and nor in land in building permission. Because you said that you have spoken with somebody and you are going to get the MDDA permissions on the land, on the road access that you have.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And will be bought in the name of Arunodaya Society.
Fine, ma'am.
Right.
So what happened, ma'am? What you were saying, because of this title thing, I went to Mr. Mayor, the mayor of a city, Mr. Sunil Unyal, a couple of days back. I asked him, said that this is a project which we are coming up with. Is there any possibility that we get a municipal land itself? So he said, Romilji will not be able to give you 3 bighas of land. If choti land hoti, we would have given you, but 3 bighas is not possible. So then he told me that in case, because the sort of project you are coming up with, I will help you personally with any sort of legal permissions. But ma'am, being a political person, he's assured me, but I'm not very sure about it.
Okay. So do you, वैसे ऐसे मैं पूछ रही हूँ, just for my knowledge, that is it possible to take permission outside municipal limit for a society?
Yes, ma'am. Because this happened because earlier the land we were proposing to you was outside municipal limits. So I asked him. So he said that there is a special permission which the district magistrate provides, which overrules that land acquisition bill in Uttarakhand. So in case if you wish that if you're getting some land which is outside the municipal limits and you want, for this sort of a purpose, we can get a permission from the district magistrate which is valid. So we can purchase.
Okay. And
very interesting.
any other questions, please? Mohit and Sandeep and Arvind, please.
I'm good, Rachna.
And you will take care of Patwari, land demarcation and everything.
Of
We'll
course,
just
ma'am, of
come
course.
and turnkey, matlab turnkey.
Of course, ma'am, of course. Day one boundary wall is going to be there.
Okay. And we want Mr. Tapan and Anubha to be involved and take, a word and give a word of appreciation, because I spoke with Tapan and he told me that you are a good student of Anubha, very bright student. But at the same time, I would like, because since we have people with disabilities, so I would say that you need to be extra careful in the legal matters, please.
Certainly.
And the estimate and everything.
Yeah. Certainly.
Rohan,
Yes, sir.
at one point of while you were presenting, I thought
Yes,
that
sir.
you are presenting our project or you are presenting some other project.
No, it's your project itself.
The reason is that the interiors, etc., were looking very flashy for a commercial project, and as you can understand, it is going to be home for children who are unable to take care of themselves. But of course, so what is the difference between your design and the design which is proposed to be for the autism?
So I think the remarkable element that I've introduced would be the central buffer space, the integration space between indoors and outdoors that we've created. So I think that is a remarkable feature, and also the planning itself. So if you see the floor plan, it completely correlates with the interior. So I mean, we just rendered it sometime back itself, and it's not. I mean, I wouldn't call it flashy as such. It's very subtle, and rather I've used very monochromatic tones in the entire space.
No, the ground floor was really good because your open spaces and covered spaces are merging, and splash pool, of course, is a luxury, but maybe it is if it is possible.
I did a case study for the autism center in US, and it had this pool which also added as a healing element for the inhabitants of the space. So I thought of introducing it in this site itself. So
yes, if we have space, we can do wonder. I mean,
but will you provide this in the cost that you have that you have claimed for?
Ma'am, once the floor plans and everything is finalized, we'll come up with a BOQ. Until this, I don't work out the bill of quantities for this project. I cannot assure you at this point of time for the same.
And are you aware that you may have to change design as per our requirements? Because you'll do a user study, you'll interact with the client, you'll have to see probably the whole design will change altogether.
Currently, if you see the vocational training center, it's just a vacant space altogether.
But otherwise also we may, as you might have seen in the RFP, that we have some 2-bedroom flats, some 3-bedroom flats, some 5-bedroom flats. So there may be a requirement of to change the thing.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
So please keep that in mind. How are we going to start? This is another question. How are we going to start? When are you going to ask us for money? How do you really foresee things coming up? And because we are not going to risk any money from our side. This we are very sure about.
Ma'am, the first and foremost thing is land procurement, ma'am. Once the land procurement is done, then we go into the second phase, which is the planning part, ma'am.
कैसे होगा ना land procurement में? What is the process like?
Ma'am, process is that you need to put in a 20.
We will not give any advance.
Okay. Huh? Okay, fine, ma'am.
We will not give any advance or anything. We, we will because when you go to the market even for the papers, the people are going to ask for money. That we are going to give us our khasra number, our documents only when you are going to give us token. So we don't want all that kind of stuff.
Taken, ma'am. Taken. Point taken. So, ma'am, let's do.
No risking. You take money and give us registry. That
fine,
kind.
Fine. Done. Got it. So, ma'am, first that phase is done. We're done with the land part. Then we come to the second phase, which is the planning and the sanctions. We complete the second phase, then comes the third phase. Then we take over the site, we start developing it. Then there is going to be a construction linked payment plans, payment schedule for the same. We have to, to come to that stage, we have to cross these two hurdles. First is land procurement, second is sanctions. Both are done. Then third phase comes the construction part, which will be definitely a purely construction linked plan, stage wise, as you people are professionals. So we'll set down, we'll make a payment schedule for the same, and we'll go.
आप एक बार फिर से अपना प्लान लगाएंगे?
Ground plan.
Ground floor plan.
Yeah.
Please enlarge it. Yes.
Also send you a soft copy over email so that you can also contemplate over it.
You will give us 2 lifts?
Yes, ma'am. As of now, we propose 2 lifts. And there's one more possibility, ma'am, for the same. We've introduced passenger lifts. But we can go for a 15-16 passenger one stretcher lift as well. Instead of taking 2 lifts, we can go for 1 lift, which could be, in case of a Otis Make, it is known as 15 passengers. In case of Schindler, it is 16 passengers. So that is, if you take that 1 lift, the advantage is you can use the spray. It can carry a stretcher along with that. The size dimensions are, it's a hospital lift basically. So that is up to your call. Either you can introduce, but that's a better option.
You have to give us the breakup, overall mote taur pe. If you will just calculate things and give it to us, it will be easier for us, right?
Fine, ma'am. We'll start working on the BOQ as well.
No, not in BOQs. Just give us a gross, this much is going to be the construction cost, this much is going to be the site development and all that, which you have already done. Plus add these small little things, taxes, so that you have a complete,
right.
estimate with it.
Next, one typical floor plan. Mike. Yeah. Just stop. Please stop.
So 1 unit, huh?
Yeah, that's the 1 unit.
Yes.
Sorry. No. One typical floor plan. Yeah, just stop here. Yeah. Now you were mentioning that all possible areas are being ventilated.
Yeah.
Now,
we have source of light and ventilation air from like we have fenestrations on all the spaces.
Okay. And well, why I was mentioning that, you mentioned something called servant room. We call them caregiver.
Right, sir.
We don't have servants around.
Right. That's I'll make a note of it and I'll mention it as caregiver. I'm on board.
Okay. Right. So yeah, understood the drawing. Now, please. I think Sandeep would have a question. Local people. We have 2 local parents there in the group, so they may ask. Please ask.
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
I'm also fine, but the only thing is we definitely would like to visit the site. Okay.
Ketan, do we need to buy the land before we get the permissions?
Yes.
What sort of permissions?
I mean, do we need to buy this land? I mean, get the registry done before we get...
No permission required. So this is within the municipal limits.
Okay. But, Rachna, no permissions required. I mean...
no permission. No permission required for purchase.
Buying the land.
Yes, to build. Yes, you require permission to build.
Yeah, that was my query actually.
Yes, that is the second phase, sir. Once we procure the land, we submit a plan in the authority, that is MDDA. Then we get sanctioned from there, and then the third phase is fine.
My query was, suppose we go in and buy the land, and by any means or by any chance we don't get the permission. So we are stuck up over there.
So that is what we're doing. At this point of time, this presentation we put in. Because everything depends on the land. Once you finalize the land, for example, you come there, you finalize the land. Only I'm talking about finalizing it, not buying it. You finalize the land, we will definitely go to the authority and we will get this assured. We will ensure this that the plan we are proposing over here gets sanctioned and we don't face any hassle in that.
And what are you
the assurance
making?
Would be the verbal one, no?
Please.
Definitely, that's going to be verbal, sir. Sir, but coming from the trade, I'm doing this for the past 11 years, sir. I've built so many buildings, n number of buildings. So you don't face any problem in this sort of thing.
And what would be the category in which we'll get the building permission?
It will be the community center, ma'am.
Community center?
Yeah.
So,
or else with this sort of a plan, we can go for a group housing as well.
But group housing, then you have all those RERA stuff.
Yes, ma'am, those problems. Then there is one very big problem with the group housing, that we have to allocate some. Now earlier they used to ask us to construct. Now they're getting money deposited for that. That is EWS units, ma'am. Economically weaker sections, 10% of the total project, whatever we are building, we have to allocate to them for EWS. So now what authority is doing, they're calculating its cost, they're getting it deposited, and they're getting it constructed on their own. But definitely that is again a problem.
So solution?
Sir, what do you want to be sanctioned exactly? Because we don't have...
we never thought about community center. What is the definition of community center in bylaws?
Ma'am, what are you looking at? What do you think should be sanctioned in this sort of a project?
Hostel, first preference, second preference is multi-unit.
Multiple units. Okay, ma'am. Okay.
First preference hostel.
Hostel.
But that you will not get because you don't have excess of 12-meter road.
Ma'am, hostel like that also will not get, because I'll tell you the reason for that. For a hostel, we need to be within a premises, educational premises, ma'am. The land should be a part of our educational premises. Ma'am, we'll definitely get back to you on this. You give us some time, we'll exactly let you know that this will be sanctioned under this.
With this kind of plan, community center is...
Yeah. And who told you about the community center? How did you decide?
One of our associated architects, he told us.
That you may go for community center. But is this kind of a plan where people are residing and you have flats and all, is it acceptable in community center?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Tomorrow we don't want anybody to come and give trouble to us that why are you living here in community center?
No. You're going for a noble cause. We'll ensure that Chief Minister himself comes and inaugurates the center. It's a noble cause.
But we are not very, savvy of having a lot of politicians around. If they are coming to help, fine. Otherwise, not required.
Fine, ma'am.
If it helps the cause of the project, no problem. But just for a photo opportunity.
I am getting your points. I'm getting your point.
Any other question, please, or we should finish the meeting and we'll get back to them.
Yeah, I'm good, Rachna.
Okay.
Yeah, Rachna, good from my side as well.
Okay from my side also, Rachna.
Okay, fine. So thank you so much, Mr.
Romit
Romit
and
Chandel,
Rohan.
and wonderful.
Rohan, are you from which batch you are from? Are you a colleague of Sonali?
Sorry, sir.
Which batch you are from? DIT? Which batch?
Sonali ma'am was 2 years senior to me.
Oh, okay. Sonali was probably 2 years. Okay. So, yeah, she recently got married now.
Yeah, she recently got
Now
married.
I'm thinking about it.
I'm aware. Yes, sir.